right, we got day 99 of filming every single day, or at least of my workout day, training days. So we got back today. I'll run through the routine real quick, and then we can talk about something else. So, what's going on here? We'll start with probably T-bar rows, whatever's open first, but this will be the scheme of it. T-bar row, lat pull downs, lat pullovers, and some type of seated mid-row machine. General scheme is just 2 vertical movements, 2 horizontal movements. Then out of all 4 of them, they're a different elbow path, like significantly different elbow paths. So I know that I'm basically checking every box within my back, like all the different muscles in my back. Obviously, rhomboids, upper traps, mid traps, upper lat, lower lat. I mean, I'm not gonna label off everything, but you get the point. Because the 2 horizontal movements, T-bar row, I'm gonna have my elbows like pretty darn high, and then the mid row, my elbows gonna be tucked in, and then lat pullovers, it's a vertical movement where your elbows pretty much tucked in, and then lat pull downs, your elbow is kind of wide. And I mean, usually for each muscle group, you can kind of have that same overview of like either different elbow placements for like arm movements for bis and tris. It's just a different spot where you place your elbow, and unless if you're doing like some type of pressing movement for triceps, like dips or close grip, your elbow stays stationary, right? That's how you actually hit your arms. But for like back, chest, it's usually different elbow paths that you can just check the box of like, yeah, I hit everything in my back today. Sure, there's some other stuff like, I don't know what the machine's called, but there's some that's like a pull like from the side, like a swing around like this. I could throw that in there, but am I going to be like limiting everything I hit in my back because I didn't throw that in there? Like, not really, no. Honestly, I'd like to throw something like that because it honestly feels pretty sick doing the, if you've ever used a machine like that. Handles are up here and you swing wide. But yeah, not the end of the world. So, that's back. We'll do a couple bicep exercises. We'll do so probably like a preacher curl and then like some type of hammer curl. That'll be plenty. And yeah, that's as much as I'll talk about the training today because it has been the same quite literally for the past 100 days. Yeah, something that came to mind was one of my mentors is kind of my age for something else I do. He was talking about how he was going to start taking peptides, and which ones he was going to use for a certain reason. And I think he was saying like BPC 157. What else is it? GHK. I don't even know what GHK does. I haven't looked into like the biochemistry on GHK, but I do know that like at least BPC, if you use like a normal dose for it, I guess I don't see any downside to it unless if you're using it for the wrong reason. Like if you quite literally have an injury that I don't know, I guess it's lingering, but even then usually they recover. I don't know, he said it was for his wrist, but I don't know, I just think like throwing shit at a problem. No, I'm not saying don't use it. I'm saying obviously there's times and places where obviously it can be extremely beneficial, but I'll talk about this like retatrutide is more what I'll get into, but like in this case, like yeah, dude, like if you're having wrist problems and I guess it's not going away and you take VPC, I don't really see a problem with that with the right amount of dose. But like if you say you have a wrist problem, but every single day you play video games, when you lose the game, you fucking smack your hand against the desk, and you're gonna say you're taking BPC 157 to help with your wrist pain. Like, dude, do I have to explain any more than that than to maybe stop slamming your hand? Obviously, that's a very shallow explanation, but I think you kind of get what I mean. for that at least. But the one I want to talk about more was like retatrutide, because I guess that one has more of a direct fitness application, as in losing weight, like body fat. I think there is a time and a place that it can be effective, but I think in most cases that I see guys using it, it's, I don't know, I think it can get out of hand and then can become solely reliant on thinking the only way you can lose weight is through like using a peptide. I think it can absolutely help, but I don't think it's like the end all be all, like this is the only way you lose weight is if you take this. Like if you're already taking the adequate steps to lose weight and use it as something like a bonus, then that makes sense. But yeah, just saying like, oh, I want to lose weight, let me just take like a higher dose or some shit. Because there is drawbacks, dude. It's not just some like magic injection. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like I think it's because it doesn't have like the label steroid slapped onto it, because it's not a steroid. A peptide is completely different. It has nothing to do with your hormones. But people ultimately just think like, oh, it's something safe and like there's no problem with it. It just helps you lose weight. Kind of just think it's like some Ozempic, but not over the counter like black market Ozempic. But yeah, I guess I can go through the drawbacks real quick, just so I don't over explain it. I mean, if you're taking it to lose weight and a fitness aspect of like wanting to look visually better, but you don't have like an adequate diet, like, I don't know, at least reasonable amount of protein still, moderate fat, moderate carb, reasonable amount of calories, and I don't know, if like, you eat a super high fat diet even while on it, you may just turn skinny fat instead of fat, because you still don't have the probably proper macros to actually have the body composition you want. And that significantly depends on your macro breakdown. Not just from taking something that slows your digestion and helps blunt hunger and blunt cravings. That was just one of the biggest downsides I want to talk about is it may not even get you the result you want. The scale may go down 10 pounds, but that doesn't mean that feeling of like you look like what you want to look like is going to be there because the scale's down 10 pounds. You may still think you look like shit. to put it very blunt. And that kind of just comes from like, to be honest, there isn't really ways to cut corners fitness-wise. Your body is very unforgiving, I guess. Yeah, I would lack better words. Pretty unforgiving. Like, it's not gonna magically just look fantastic unless you have some wild fucking genetics. But I mean, that's like a very, 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 very slim chance they just magically look insane. But yeah, I mean, like, that's something that I guess people don't know as much about it, is that. And parts of it also is if you blunt your hunger within your diet, like, there's certain processes in your body that require certain amounts of protein, fat, and carbs, right? And if you blunt your hunger to shit and just keep taking more of it, and you hardly eat anything in a day, let's say it makes you eat like, I don't know, like 1,000 calories in a day, and you're like a male my age or like a few years younger, and you're only eating 1,000 calories a day because your hunger's not there. You're using a pretty good amount of Retta because you just want to lose fat. You may be crashing other things, like your hormones rely on a certain amount of body or a certain amount of fat that you eat, and also the carbs you eat. Some of the byproducts your body produces come directly from eating carbs. Like, that's why people that are even like keto or carnivore, they still will have like 30 to 50 grams, I think it is, 30 to 50 grams of carbs within their diet, because of those processes your body does chemical-wise, and produces other chemicals, yeah, pretty much, produces other compounds in your body that work in other functions. And how your body operates. Same with the protein. So they all work hand in hand. And if you're just blunting your hunger to shit, not eating much at all, and you're like, oh, well, I'm losing weight, like you may be screwing your hormones. You may be missing out on other metabolic processes that your body should be doing, but it's not happening because you're quite literally not hungry whatsoever, and you're eating like 1,000 calories a day. That's entirely possible. But yeah, I guess some context of using it where it makes sense, well, it can make sense, is one, if you're morbidly obese, all right? Like, even if you're eating less, your body has a lot to work with there. And, of course, moving around will help, but it makes more sense in that case because it does increase, like, fat oxidation, which is obviously just fancy for saying helps use your body more as a source of makes your body use fat more as a source of energy, the body fat. And yeah, of course, if you're obese, that makes sense that you want to have that. Another one, maybe, it still needs like context, but like if you're competing for a show to help with like getting I don't know, I'd say like from lean to shredded. But like then again, there's still a drawback to that. So I don't know how you'd throw that into like a prep for a show. What I say the drawback is because it can make your training turn to crap. Because it slows like the utilization of carbs that your body intakes, like in your bloodstream. And obviously that's what helps you get a pump in the gym, you know what I mean? The carbs in the water get driving your bloodstream muscle cells. Yeah, if that slows it, like, that doesn't help you get in a pump while on Retta. And obviously you want to be able to still get good training in while you're cutting, because you want to hold on to muscle. So, yeah. I don't know. I guess if you use a low dose and you're my age, and, I mean, I don't know. I'm pro, like, using new shit like this, but I don't know, like, did you try to fucking diet first? You know what I mean? Even if you have a busy schedule and it's like, you're not sitting around cooking fucking meals all the time like I am, or like meal prep and shit. But like, I don't know, at least have a better understanding of what you're eating before ripping peptides, or at least have a better understanding of what it does in your body. You know what I mean? Like, do whatever the fuck you want with your life, right? Don't listen to me for dictating what you're gonna do with your life, but I don't know. If you're still here, my 2 cents is like, at least understand what you're doing before you do it. You know what I mean? So, do whatever you want. I mean, it'll help you more if you just understand stuff. Yeah, we do have bag today, and I'm here. Friday, oh, I turned the car off. I think it's like 6 o'clock. Yeah, we'll get a post session after. And then I think I'll save like a longer talk for tomorrow because it'll be day 100. I guess it lands right on a quad day, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow's talk will just be longer because I want to talk about stuff maybe that will be brought back up in a few years from now when I'm, I guess, more materialistically successful, or I guess the social media may be popping off by then. And I can look back on that video, or maybe I can show that video as an example of where I'm at now, and then where I am in 3 years from now. So we'll see how that is. All right, that's enough yapping. See you guys in there.
I wanted to do lat pull downs before this, but if everything's taken, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll just do this first and then go into lat pull downs later. You're good, bro. No worries.
Justin.
Okay, now we're gonna start going heavy. Schedule regimen. She's very like, she's nice. Don't get me wrong. Something about, I think it's a control thing.
Many meals as I've done in the past.
My bad, dude. You can move it if you want. Dude, this being 8 weeks into a cut feels like I'm beating a dead horse here, dude. Got no pump whatsoever, but I guess that's kind of how it goes. I think this will be the last week anyways. See you, bro.
I'm gonna do some cardio.
Looks good.
Hell yeah. No, listen, April come, my clients leaving. So, what's up? Fighting boxing? I was supposed to be at the gym, the boxing gym, but fucking traffic out here, bro. That shit goes at 8 o'clock. Which one? I left the office, 2 points down the road. I usually go down. The one down there, Vienna Star or whatever? Yeah, okay, that's the one. Yeah. Fucking got out late. Why you get out there? What, 5:30, bro? Down at 6:50. Yeah. Yeah, I live 5 minutes away, so it takes me 20 minutes to get here. So there's a delivery down the street. That's what I'm saying. The snowbird shit got fucking stopped. Well, that is nobody knows how to fucking drive. Yeah, too. And you just looking at people where you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You done for the day? Yeah, I finished up. I did chest minutes. I'm gonna do some cardio. I don't want to. That's how I get to justify you watching, you know? What's up? I said that's how I justify you my watching. Thanks. Let's see, I'm down. Hey, that's done.
All right. Let's get out of here. What do you want to talk about? Because I really don't think there was much for me to elaborate on from the lift. I guess I could add more onto what I said while driving here about peptides. Or we can talk about, I don't know, some similar topic. Yeah, I know what to talk about. I kind of see the, what do you want to call it, trend of Reddit? Epidemic? Reddit epidemic? We're in the middle of a Reddit true tide epidemic. Yeah, whatever. The trend of it, especially like social media saying it. It's not the first time that shit's happened. I mean, how many years ago was it? 5 years ago? That's how the internet was about enclomiphene. So if you don't know what enclomiphene is, it's a SERM. Not a SARM, a SERM, which is a selective estrogen receptor modulator. It essentially helps your body produce significantly more testosterone. But, I don't know, people kind of saw it as like a workaround to not taking test or steroids, and was like, well, I'm still natty if I take this. And it's like, all right, dude. Obviously, if you take Reddit true tide, that's not saying you're not natty. I mean, that has nothing to do with anything related to altering your hormones beyond a normal physiological range, right? It is not going to do anything super physiological. But steroids, SARMs, and SERMs can do that. The difference between a SARM and a SERM is one's selective androgen receptor modulator, one's a selective estrogen receptor modulator. Yeah, they still do different things, even though they sound very similar. But that's kind of what I classify as like not natty. Because if someone's telling me they're taking Reddit true tide, I'm not gonna be like, you're not natty. Also, disclaimer, I don't really give a shit. Like, who cares if you're natty or not? Like, you trying to prove? Like, what are you trying to prove? Be like, who cares? You're either big, you look good, or you don't look good. Like, I don't give a shit if you're natty or not. Just wanted to give that disclaimer, acting like I care about dissecting someone's natural status. Like, dude, whatever. But yeah, back to the topic. And clomiphene, it was a SERM, or it is a SERM, was like the big trend on social media in like 2021. And I remember because like Alex Eubank, that was like peak, that was like when he blew up, was like a year after that, or a year after 2020. So right when clomiphene was a thing. And he made a video about him taking it, and I don't know, I feel like that was such like a hot topic. I think people were taking it, and like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like sometimes people just like do this stuff to feel like inclusive on whatever. Without thinking too hard about it. Like, do whatever you want, but I don't know, I feel like you should at least like know what the hell you're doing, because if you screw yourself, I don't know, that's kind of just how I view it, anything I do. But yeah, we can talk about that one more. How should I explain it? Yeah, essentially, like, it would take your natural testosterone and throw it into, like, the 1400s, which is decently over a normal physiological range. But, like, people be like, oh, you're fine, like, it's nothing crazy, it's, like, not bad, you're not gonna crash your hormones, you have to do a PCT. It's like, dude, to be honest, we don't know how your body's gonna respond to something like that. Definitely, not just something you can say, fuck it, and take. But at least now, like with retatrutide, obviously people are always just going to be a dummy about whatever the new drug is online, right? At least this one, it's kind of more difficult to screw yourself up, but you still can. But at least as far as I know, like, it takes a bit more effort to screw yourself. But yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I can kind of give a story as well, which this is, I guess, semi-related. I don't know. I feel like influencers near my age online that are big, obviously always get big because they make either controversial shit or like crazy shit, or they do something that's like, what the fuck? That's just how the internet works. It's that's just how you make viral content, right? But nonetheless, I don't know, they just talk about their lifestyle of like just fucking ripping drugs, like specifically like something like ketamine. Like, I don't think it's coincidence, because I recall this numerous times from social media. People just blindly follow stuff. I'm talking 4 days ago, a guy that I talked to maybe once in the gym came up to me. He's like, yeah, dude, I just took ketamine for the first time last night. It felt weird. I'm like, really? I'm like, he referenced social media, like the stuff that I see on my feed. And obviously that made him feel more comfortable taking it with his friends. And like, I don't know. I just feel like some of the stuff is just fucked. That, I think on both ends, quite honestly. Obviously, you have your own responsibility for your own body. And I can't hold people on the internet accountable for shit. But, same thing, like, whatever the fuck you post on the internet, like, I don't know, you gotta be conscious of, at least to some degree, that when people watch your content, they may live vicariously through you. So, this other story's not as, I guess that wasn't much of a story, but I just told you the guy told me he took ketamine, but, and referenced guys I see online. But, this one's not as harmful, but another one was like when Sam Sulek was like peak, influence, like you just blew up. I remember one time I was working out like in the evening or like later. It was late. It was like 11 p.m. or something. I mentioned the time just because I remember Sam's videos always used to be in like the pitch black, not pitch black, but dark out. You used to work out super late. And coincidentally, this time I was working out late, right? And a guy in the gym, I don't know, someone of my age, had like a cloned fit of Sam Sulek with like, I don't know if he still wears this stuff in the gym, but he used to wear super baggy sweatpants, super baggy shirt, both of them having zero label on it. The hat, that black hat, no label on it, pushed down a little bit, and like the stance with the hands on the hip. He was doing the exact same thing, wrist straps as well, like lifting the identical with like max stack of like just fucking swinging the shit out of it. I'm not criticizing Sam, obviously. I'm just trying to give you a better visualization. And I don't know, I think I just talked to him because there wasn't many people in there, and like he had the same speech patterns as Sam, and once I started hearing like the same way he talked, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm not trying to bash either of them. I just kind of thought those like people will like live vicariously through other people they see online, and I don't know. I just think part of it's being like self-conscious of it, and like bringing more of some things that you may not realize you do to your like conscious mind instead of subconscious. As in, you usually start to become more like the stuff you like online. I'm not talking like you double tap it, physically like it. But I'm saying like the stuff you enjoy to watch, the people you enjoy to watch, you start to be more like them. And I'm not saying it's like a horrible thing, but I'm just saying like be conscious of what quite literally influences the way you think, the way you speak, the way you act, the way you look. Because yeah, dude, I see it all the fucking time now. I used to actually try to get like similar hair as Alex Eubank. What was he, when he was like peak in it was like 2021 or something? I wanted to get like longer hair like that. I was never gonna dye it like blonde just because I didn't think that looked good on me or would look good, but like I wanted to get that super long hair, and I wouldn't say that's why my hair was long like 3 months ago or 2 months ago. Definitely not. But prior to that, maybe. I just thought it looked better after I had it like that for a bit. So, but yeah, shit like that. I'll see people wear like the same fit in the gym, like the Alex Eubank hair, along with like the wife beater, the tank top, and then like the pajama pants. And like obviously these things are like not harmful at all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe you just fucking think it's cool, dude, or it's kind of like the trend. But I guess I'm kind of getting a little off topic here. It was more about the stuff like you seeing somebody take fucking ketamine our age online and be like, oh yeah, this is cool. Or you see someone take like enclomiphene a few years ago, you're like, oh yeah, this is like the meta to getting big. Or you see someone taking retatrutide now, and you're like, yeah, this is how I'm gonna get shredded, dude. Like, I'm blasting retatrutide, I'm taking way more than what I should be, and like, I'm gonna get fucking shredded. And it's like, dude, just be conscious of what you're getting yourself into. And no matter what it is, no matter if it's even something as simple as just like Retta. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up, dude. I gotta say, watching just social media in general the past few months, gosh, even more, probably the past 6 months, I feel like it's just been deteriorating my fucking brain, and I try not to look at it as much. Dude, it's all, like, almost all of it's just bullshit now. Like, I don't know what's happened over the past 5 years, but everything feels like it's fucking falling apart. And, I don't know, I just perceive a lot of things differently than I used to. I don't know if it's just because I'm 22 now, but, or if it's quite literally, it's different. I don't know. But, yeah, that was one thing I thought I'd at least point out. Try to bring something beneficial to your life instead of promoting drugs and gambling on fucking, what's it called? Roulette? Stake? I don't know, there's like 30 of them. I don't know, whatever online gambling site. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying, like, people usually make it bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, some fitness car talk, huh? You not know much about the workout today. I don't know how much there is really to talk about the workout, dude. Like, fucking, I hit back today. Like, you saw it. I'm not gonna tell you how to move some fucking weight around. You kind of just saw it by example. Yeah. Tomorrow is gonna be day 100. I'd feel guilty if I just stopped filming this series at day 100, so I think I would just keep up with it. I don't think it takes me that long to film this, and me talking to the camera, it's going to take me the same time getting home anyways, so. Alright, well, tomorrow we got quads, rest day, and then I should be able to throw in a cheat meal pretty soon and start getting back to gaining weight. Which would be clutch. So, all right, appreciate y'all watching. I'm out of here. Peace.